you kind of describe what it's taken for y'all to get to this point? After the first 5 weeks of the season, to have a chance now to finish with 4 straight wins and potentially make a bowl game and change the entire narrative of the season. What's gone into that flip, the change?
Probably just the idea of that. This program is not a losing program. It's just not who we are. We've had a rough start. A lot of things factors into that, but we know that we're not a losing program. We didn't come here to lose, and we're just getting back to ourselves. There's 5 weeks in a row that we were just completely out of whack. And again, I can't pinpoint one thing. I'm always going to blame myself for the first 5 weeks. But I think that we're just getting back to winning football, doing the little things, making sure that we're trying to cover all the bases during the week to make sure that when we get into games, we're ready. It's just getting comfortable with the new offense. Not new anymore, really, but just with everything. So I think that there's a lot of things that's going on, but I'm just glad that we're 2-0. We're 1-0 this week, 2-0 the past 2 weeks, and that's really all that matters.
I apologize if I mispronounced anybody's name, but next, John Sauber.
Sean, how important is it for you to have the running game playing as well as it did today? And what did you see in Kevon and Devin out there?
It's super important. It's part of offense. The best offenses are balanced. You can run the ball at will. You can pass the ball whenever you want. It doesn't matter what coverage. And then you just you take care of the ball, which we could have done better with that. Myself included. But I think that we just keep making strides. That's the thing about this team is we haven't given up. There's not been one time. We've been disappointed. That's for sure. But there hasn't been one time where we've wavered, changed our approach. It's only gotten better throughout the year, and we're proud of that. We're super proud. I'm super proud to be a captain of this team, and I'm proud of these guys because we just continue to battle, and that's more of like a life lesson than anything. It's going to be times are going to be tough sometimes, but you can't let everybody just affect your mood. You got to keep going and keep grinding and getting better.
Kate Bauer.
Sean, why would you blame yourself for the first 5 weeks, and what has been different about your play since then?
I think that you always have to look at yourself. Each game doesn't matter. So, the first 5 games, I turned the ball over. I was trying to do too much, not managing the game. I was trying to, make plays that, I think that I can still make, but there's just times where it was like, just check the ball down or don't force that. But instead, I was forcing throws. I was, trying to get too creative and at the same time, it's good to be not a robot or anything, but at the same time, there's just plays that were careless, and I feel like right now I'm playing at more of a managing the game within myself, playing the way I know how to play, taking the shots when they're there, but then not being greedy. This team is good on all facets. We're good on offense, defense, and special teams. So it's making sure that we're not putting our defense in a bad situation with a bad turnover. It's making sure that you're picking up the third down conversions, or if it's a third and long, it's making it a third and manageable if you can get into fourth down. It's the little things that I think that we've just grown the past 7 weeks.
Gabe?
Hey, Sean, how are you? With 2 straight wins, is there a feeling in the locker room that the momentum's starting to shift in your guys' favor?
Yeah. It's always nice to stack up these wins. That's what we did last year. That's the thing. I continue to go back to, whenever we get down or whenever we, the first 5 weeks, like we still have the guys that were 11-2 and won the Cotton Bowl. Like we're still that team. We're still great players. We still know how. Like there's no issues. We just need to execute better and play better, and just across the board, just need to make sure that we're doing not going out of the scheme. And I'm talking kind of myself here, but yeah, I mean, just that that's pretty much it.
Mark Brandon?
On your defense had a couple of big fourth down stops there, and you guys were able to kind of convert those into points. How important is it to play that sort of complementary football, and how good has it been to kind of see that developing the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, that's what the best teams do. It's not just an offense scoring 70 points and a defense letting up 70, or it's not just a defense holding to 7 and an offense barely putting up 10. Like that's the best way to have. It's why football is such a great game. It's a team sport. You got to make plays on offense, defense, and special teams. And today, the defense completely, showed up, and all credit to them. Those guys are grinding every day. I notice it all the time. I have the utmost trust in them. When I had the interception turnover, I mean, they came out and right away. We got you. So, there's no lack of trust within the team. And, we just got to keep grinding, keep getting these wins, finish this year the way we know how to.
Good time for 2 more. We're going to go Audrey and then Tobias. Audrey, go ahead.
Hey, Sean, thanks for your time. I wanted to ask you about the 2 quarterback usage, because Coach Franklin has mentioned that, they're going to need both of you guys the rest of this season. We didn't see Will throw the ball at all today. Maybe it was weather related. But using that package, does he throw the ball out of it in practice? And ideally, what can you guys gain by using both quarterbacks the rest of the season?
I think a lot. I think that just like any player, Will and I both have our strengths, and of course, yeah. I mean, we can throw the ball out of the package. Like Will can obviously, he's a great arm, and we have that capability. But there's just certain looks that we get when we get in that package, and certain looks when we come out of it. So, it's just game planning. It's hard to describe what's the strengths and weaknesses of each one. I mean, when we both go in, we execute to our best of our ability, and when we're out, we both are cheering each other on. Will and I have a great relationship, and especially this year, it's kind of been necessary for us to have a great relationship. But it's been easy because Will and I are very similar. We're both hardworking. We both want what's best for the team. And, I think that it's working right now.
Last question, Tobias, go ahead.
Sean, again, thanks for this. Matt as well. What does that drive? When you guys have the ball on the 2, you didn't score the touchdown, but you got the field goal there in that third quarter. What did that drive mean to you guys? They were building a little bit of momentum, and it's like you guys put together the drive, you and Levis going back and forth.
Yeah, it's huge because, you're on the 2-yard line, you're backed up. That's the one you're talking about, right? Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that we always talk about is, you want to get at least 2 first downs to flip the field back, because if you stay backed up and then you punt, it's usually plus for them. So now they're on the 50 or even maybe in scoring territory. So it's always good to get 2 first downs for us, and that's one of the things that we talk about. But obviously you want to score every drive, and to come out, hit a big run. Key and Devin were both. I forgot. I think somebody asked me about them. I didn't mean to not answer that question, but both Key and Devin and Kazan, they're all extremely talented backs, guys that I have a lot of trust in, run and pass game, and they had a hell of a game today. I mean, I'm not going to sit here. I don't think they would either. I mean, the offensive line is playing phenomenal right now, continuing to get better. Super proud of those guys, and I just want to keep going and keep stacking these wins. Thank you.